Actually, how do you make money? How do you create a primary or secondary income by coaching people and helping them build business credit and get financing as well? Well, that's exactly what we're talking about during today's training. By the end of this training, you're going to know like everything you need to know if you're interested in breaking into the world of helping people build business credit, making money doing so, and even helping them with financing, fundability, everything to do with getting money to grow their business. We got a lot to cover today, so let's dive in. Let's get started. Okay, so today we're talking everything about you need to know about becoming a business credit coach, right? Now, a lot of times I'm trying to get access to my mouse here. In a lot of cases, people also refer to this as being a business loan broker. That's one of the things you do as a business loan broker is you offer financing as well as other things like business credit amongst helping with getting business owners set up to get money. So if you're interested in becoming a business loan broker, well, then make sure you go to businessloanbrokerchallenge.com to register for this 100% free event that takes place at the end of the month. Look, people literally charge thousands and thousands of dollars for a course that has a smidgen of what you're going to get in this event. And it's 100% free. So if you're interested in offering business credit as a service, interested in offering business financing as a service, interested in being a business loan broker and knowing soup to nuts how to start the business, how to launch it, how to market it, how to grow it, the lenders, how to get set up, how to process loans, everything to do with being a business loan broker, make sure you register for this 100% free challenge at businessloanbrokerchallenge.com. Okay, so look, business credit is booming right now, right? If you paid attention at all, I remember when I first came into this space, there was nobody here. I was the only one on YouTube. I was the only one on social media at all talking about business credit. And now everywhere I turn, somebody else is new out there talking about business credit. And there's a reason for that because it's absolutely exploding in popularity. Look, there's about 600,000 new businesses that get started in the United States every single month. So, and when you have an economic shift like we're going through right now, then what happens is that amount of business owners or new business startups skyrockets. So now is a great time if you're considering offering financing business credit as a service, because again, that is exactly what's happening right now. Is there's a lot of growth with new entrepreneurs and a lot of opportunities. Now, the nice thing is you can do this two ways. You can make this your primary business. Obviously, what I did many years ago, right? I went from being in a consumer credit side, and then I actually loved business credit, got into the business credit side, and I so you can make this your full-time gig. You can also add this on as a secondary service. And here's what I mean by that. A lot of our clients, a lot of own businesses where they deal with other business owners. So they're accountants, they're attorneys. They are, credit repair, dealing with people that want to build business credit as well as fix it. As a matter of fact, literally in my building yesterday, I ran into a guy that says, "Hey, I see you on YouTube all the time. I'm an accountant. I'm a CPA. I'm about to get started with you guys. I'm interested in offering business credit." So if you're in an industry now where you just deal with a lot of business owners, or you just have a lot of people around you that are business owners, well, it's a great way to add on something as a secondary business. And meaning it's a great side hustle. So it's a great primary business. It's a great secondary strap on business if you already own another business that deals with business owners. And by the way, it's also just a great side hustle. Some things you could do on the side because as you're about to learn today, there's a potential to make thousands of dollars with even one sale. So even if you use something you just do a little bit of, it still could oftentimes double, triple, quadruple the income you're making now. By the way, what industry are you in now? If you don't mind chiming in, I always love hearing from you. So tell me where you're coming in from. I'll give you a shout out live on the stream here. And I also like to know what industry you're in. Hey, Kobe, thanks for coming in and saying what's up. And Steve Reeves says, "What's up?" Steve, thanks for coming in. It's always good seeing you. So tell me where you're coming in from. Tell me the industry you're in and your business name, and I'll even give you a shout out here on the live stream today. So why do you want to become a business credit coach? Well, first of all, it's just a great way to help business owners. And look, that's why I love doing what I do. I can't tell you how many texts I get from people that I help get credit and financing and see what they do with it to grow their business. One of my favorites is one of my really good friends, Samnath, and Sam and his buddy and partner Lonnie, which is also a friend of mine. We helped them get the funding to open up a second and third location of their gym, and they're now working on upwards of 5 more locations. So literally, I've seen them go from a one martial arts studio company to already at a 3 and about to go up to an 8 martial arts studio location company. That's a really cool thing when I see somebody like that go to this exponential level of success. I've seen dump truck businesses where a lady has one beat up dump truck and then literally uses business credit to be able to finance everything she needs to open a multi-truck operation. And last time I checked in on her, she had 7 trucks on the road. One of our clients, Christine, started struggling to be able to get the money she needed to run her one truck operation. And last time I talked to her, she was looking to buy a 50 truck trucking company. I can go on and on about like Dr. Brandon, one of our clients who was getting ready to shut down his office because he couldn't get money, and he needed 400,000 to pay off a debt to the IRS. He actually ended up getting $1.5 million last time I checked in on him. Opened a second location of his practice and even ran for political office. Every single day, this is what I do. I get to learn about business owners and help them actually get the money they need to succeed. I get to learn about the employees they're hiring. I get to see the problems they're solving. I get to see the business owner so that they're actually helping their service and their ability to help more customers just by having money. So it's pretty cool. Plus, as you're about to learn about today, it's easy to get started. I'm going to show you everything you need to know today to be able to get started offering business credit. Plus, it's flexible, which means it works with when you're available. This is something you could do on top of a primary job. You could add it on as a secondary service. You could do it just as time permits, and it's still lucrative, even more lucrative, of course, the more time that you're able to actually get put in there. Steve says, used car dealer in Lufkin, Texas. Melissa Lee says, hey, Ty, it's Melissa. I'm ready to broker loans to entrepreneurs. I love it. I know that you're interested. I signed up, but I haven't heard from anyone to get started. Well, we should. If you start up with us, Melissa, and if you don't mind, email right now, info@creditsuite.com. Once you get started, you'll be hearing from our business advisor, and you'll also be hearing from our actual partner success team, both of them. So if you email info@creditsuite.com for some reason, make sure we have the right phone number so we can get in touch with you. And we've also got Paul in the house from Dallas. Billy says, hey, quick question on my DMV profile. It says my max credit is 30K. Does that mean I could get business cards up to 30K? Well, it depends. What happens, Billy, is that each business credit report has a recommended amount of credit that you be lent or given. So that's just a recommendation to credit issuers and lenders to use amongst other data points to determine how much you could be approved for. But yeah, if you're raising that recommendation of credit, that's the key to getting higher approvals on individual credit cards as well as loans. It's not a guarantee you're going to get it, but it's a recommendation from the bureaus to credit issuers of what you should actually be able to qualify for. So you want to continue to build your business credit to be able to raise that amount. Okay, so look, a lot of reasons that being a business coach actually makes sense. Let's dive into each one of these. First of all, great way to help business owners actually succeed. Look, what I found is that the best, most rewarding career or you can ever be in is one where you're legitimately helping people, where you get to get them a result and then see them do really cool things as a result of what you actually did for them. And that's exactly what you do when you're offering business credit financing as a service, is you're actually able to give back. You're helping your local community. You're helping entrepreneurs. You're helping business owners. I can't tell you how many of my friends actually have become clients, or people I've become friends with that were clients. And I've got to see their journey from very small startup stages to oftentimes building 7 or some of them even 8-figure businesses by offering business credit financing, just because they're getting really good at helping other people. Plus, becomes your network, your go-to for business credit and loans. So you basically become the go-to in your network to offer credit and financing. And that's pretty cool. Okay, anybody that it's in my groups that I'm part of, business or social, when they need money, I'm the one that contact. They say, Ty, what do I do about this? I need an SBA loan. I want to acquire a business. I want to do this. I need new equipment. And they always come to me and say, how do I solve this problem? I say, oh, this is exactly how you solve the problem. Get them with our team to be able to help. So it's pretty cool because, it used to be that I was in consumer credit. And I would go to networking events. I would tell them what I did. And people would kind of run away from me, because they were embarrassed that people saw them talking to me, that they would know their secrets out, that they have bad credit issues. But the minute I got into those networking events and started offering business credit financing, people flocked to me. It's something very interesting to people. People have a very mass appeal to business credit because per entrepreneur, 90% of business owners don't know anything about it. They want to know more about it. So what happens is you become the go-to in your network where people want to talk to you more about how to get business credit financing. And that helps you build really long-lasting relationships with clients to actually help them succeed. And that's pretty cool when you're able to come in and not just help somebody get money at one point in their business, but continue to help them get money as they continue to grow their business. And Success Empire says micro business consulting and notary business. That's awesome. And Miss Rhonda says, I love being a business credit coach. That's awesome, Rhonda. I'm glad it's working for you. And listen, for so many others, this is a really cool way to be able to make money as a primary or secondary business. So if you don't mind, again, give me a shout out. Tell me where you're coming in from. I would love to say hello and talk more about how this can actually apply to the industry you're in. Now, the next thing about business credit is that it's very easy to start. It's very high demand because business owners want to know about it for a lot of reasons. First of all, if you can't get other kind of financing, you can't get loans, you can't get credit lines, you can still get business credit. It's one of the things that makes it so popular. The other reason business credit is popular is if you can get credit, you can get loans, and you want to get higher approvals and better terms, business credit's the key. And Billy just said, hey, my credit report right here shows that I'm able to get $30,000 limits. Does that mean that I can get higher approvals? Yeah, it does mean that. And that's one of the cool things is that when you're actually helping people build business credit, then the nice thing is that it's high demand because this is what it helps business owners do. Even if they can get other kind of financing, business credit's the key to them being able to get more money at better terms. And what Billy's saying here is, hey, as I build my business credit report, the recommendation of credit from the bureaus is getting higher, higher, higher. And that's exactly what you're doing for business owners. The higher the recommendation from the bureaus to credit issuers on how much they should give somebody in credit or financing, the higher that business owner gets in credit financing, the higher approval amount. So you're part of making that happen. And it's also why it's in such high demand. It also works really good for startups. Look, things that a startup typically needs is they need to figure out how to get customers, and they also need money. Okay, the vast majority of businesses fail. We've heard this statistic before, and the reality is that the majority of businesses fail, and the reason that they fail is because they don't have the money they actually need to be able to succeed. So you're able to help startups, you're able to help established businesses, you're able to help anybody that's either getting in or owns a business. So it's mass market appeal. There's a lot of people that you're able to get in front of. And you can add loans to business credit for more financing options. So a lot of people we help become loan brokers, they offer business and they offer every different kind of loan. And the great thing is I'll talk to you a little bit later about how you can do this without actually having to know everything that's involved about all the different types of loans that are out there, how to build business credit. I mean, there's a way that you could do this without gaining all the knowledge you would need to typically offer that product and service, right? If I'm going to fix somebody's credit and I want to become a credit repair specialist, I have to learn a lot of stuff about credit bureaus, how the bureaus respond to different disputes. There's a lot of things in any industry that you may get into that you have to learn, but there's actually a way to break into this without knowing how to do everything and still be able to successfully offer business credit and financing. And again, the other nice thing is that it doesn't take a lot of work to make really good money. And the reason for that is because minimal networking will get you very big returns. Because so many business owners need money, when you go into a networking event, okay, and there's a lot of them that I'm a part of right here in Tampa Bay, I go in and they say, what do you do? I'm like, I help businesses get money. You're also automatically one of the most popular people in the room, and people want to learn more. Okay. And that's why it doesn't take a lot of networking to get big returns, because once you go into that room and you start to build relationships and affiliate relationships where people want to refer you for help, then it's easy to be able to make even more money. And this is what I find is that I'm part of a lot of masterminds. And in these masterminds, I get daily referrals from them or someone in their network. Okay. So just yesterday, one of my friends, Pam, sent me somebody over. She says, hey, Ty, introduction here. This person needs capital. Can you help them? We set up a quick call, and they're to our financing team to get financing. So it doesn't take a lot of networking, because once you network and you have the reputation for being the person that helps businesses get money, then that spreads pretty quickly. And as a result, I found in all the things I've experienced in businesses I've been a part of and all the entrepreneurs we've helped get capital, that it's just one of the easier industries to be able to get into and succeed, because it doesn't take a lot of networking to earn really big returns. Okay. And Success Empire says, I'm tuning in from Lynchburg, Virginia. Thanks for coming in. SafeBird Express says, SafeBird Express from Naptown, Indiana. Hey, I'm from Elwood, Indiana, a little northeast Indianapolis. So fellow Hoosier right here in the house. Thanks for giving us a shout out and saying hello. tell me where you're coming in from, and tell me the business you're in so I can give you a shout out as well. So business credit coaching is flexible as well, right? You can offer credit, you can offer financing to businesses that are struggling to be able to get approved elsewhere. And this is actually what I'm about to speak about. Here in about an hour and a half, I go on to a presentation with a ton, like 1,000+ people that are commercial loan brokers. And the whole topic of what I'm talking to them about is how they can bolt on business credit and offer as a revenue stream when their clients can't even get money. So the biggest problem that a loan broker deals with is that the majority of people they speak to can't qualify for a loan. So if they're talking to 10 people and 8 can't get a loan, that's 8 people they can't help. But business credit solves that problem because business credit applies to everybody that owns a business in the United States. So just by coming in, you're actually able to offer business credit and appeal to everybody, whether they can qualify for financing or not, and have a financial solution for those that are struggling to get financing other ways, because it fits every type of business, regardless of size, regardless of industry, regardless if they're high risk, for profit, nonprofit, startup, or established. Business credit works in all those different scenarios. And most client interaction happens between 9 to 5 during weekdays. So a lot of the time in the industry, you're not working weekends, you're not working late at night. Okay, I owned a mortgage company and I loved it. It made a lot of money in that industry. But I'll tell you, I sacrificed my soul to be able to make that money. And what I mean by that is I didn't have a life. I would get a call in the evening all the time. I would get calls in weekends all the time. And it was hard not to take the call because every call could mean $2, $3, $5,000 in commission. So I go to my Disney with the kids, and I'm always off in a corner on the phone when my kids are out there having a good time without me, right? I go on weekends, and I'm not able to spend quality time with my kids in the evenings as well because I'm always on the phone. I'm always working. But what's nice about business credit is that you're able to do this about 9 to 5. You're able to work during the weekdays and you have kind of your weekends and evening off because most business owners, they're not wanting to even talk. They're wanting to take their time off. So they're not wanting to blow up your phone in the weekends and on the evenings either. And this is one of the benefits that I found about offering business credit at the beginning. So I learned once that it's not enough just to set your goal of what you want in life and business. You also have to set guidelines of what you're willing to sacrifice. You have to set boundaries. If you don't set boundaries, you're not going to be happy because you're going to work yourself day and night, 12, 15 hours just to get to the goal. So you got to set the goal and you got to set boundaries. And for me, my boundaries are this. I don't want to work in the evenings. I don't want to work on weekends. That's my time with my kids. I want to be 100% present when I'm not working, and I don't want to be working when my kids are around. Okay, so that's exactly how I've set up my life, and business credits allowed me the opportunity to do so, where I can still go to their soccer games. I can still go to theme parks. We were just at Universal Studios Hollywood Horror Nights this weekend and Universal all weekend. And not one time did my phone ring, not one email did I get from a customer that needed help, because this is typically a 9 to 5 type of gig. You're not working on the weekends and evenings. So it lets you work within your boundaries and actually spend quality time with your family. But most importantly, I think what you're going to appreciate most about business credit coaching is it's just lucrative. Now, the Federal Trade Commission would want me to include a disclosure here telling you that how much money you make is based on you, how much money you charge for the service, how hard you're willing to work, how many people you talk to. Because there's a lot of variables of how much money you're going to make. But our average partner makes over $2,300 on front end commission alone, which means every person they help, they sign up as a client, they're making over $2,000. So here's the thing. Think about that. If you got 5 clients in a month, that's over $10,000 in income to you. And that's just in front end commissions. There's even more money on financing and other things that you can earn. So think about that. I don't know. You know your life better than me. How much of a difference could an extra $10,000 plus a month mean to you? And think about it. That comes with 5 clients. We've got clients that actually sell business credit for $5,000. New York, West Coast. They tried selling it for 2, 3 grand, and people didn't understand it. They needed it to be marked up higher for them to even see the value. And they did. They marked the price up to 5 grand. They sell a lot of them every single month. I was at a conference with one of our clients, Sandy. And in 2 different conferences, I saw her sell 5 in one day at 5 grand a piece. Think about that. It's crazy. She made $25,000 in one day. Then I went to another conference with her, and while she was on the phone that day, she signed up 5 people. I saw her on another day make 5 sales for $5,000. $25,000 in a day. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know if you've ever done something like that before or not, but think about how lucrative that could be if you're making $2,000, $3,000 or more on every single sale that you make. So now you're helping people. You're getting the reward of helping people, getting money in their hands by giving them a solution out there that's that it's very high desired, high perceived value. And in return, you're getting making a lot of money on every single client that you help. They're happy because they're getting massive results. And at the exact same time, you're happy because you're getting massive results financially. Look, I'll tell you something I learned a long time ago. I love sales. And what I learned is this: closing percentages are pretty typical across most industries. So let's say a standard closing percentage is 20%. Well, I can sell business credit and close 20%, make $2,000 per sale in my pocket, or I can go sell bottled water or whatever else it is. I can sell its traded Etsy store and make $30 for every sale. It doesn't matter. I still have to talk to the same amount of people to make the same number of sales. The difference is on Etsy, I'm making $37 in profit, and in business credit, I'm making over 2,000. So if I'm going to talk to the same amount of people and do the same amount of work, I want to focus my time on what pays higher commissions because that's the best use of my time. So proud of my kids this weekend because actually this is something that my daughter said to me. She goes, "Dad, do you know what the most important thing is in this world?" And I said, "What is it, Chanel?" She goes, "Your time." And then my son chimed in. He goes, "Yeah, Chanel, of course. That's what Dad taught you." And I was like, it was a proud dad moment because I've taught my kids that time is the most valuable asset that you have. And we were talking about that in the relative of buying fast passes at the park. And I said, anytime I can ever buy my time, I could buy back time. I'm always willing to buy time because that time is just absolutely so valuable. Right. So that what I'm saying is that, this is why you really want to consider if you're going to dedicate your time to something, be able to put the time into what's going to make you the most money. Business credit is definitely that because you're able to charge a lot of money for it because it has such high perceived value. And that's front end commission. You also can make money on the financing that you're helping people with as well. There's all types of other opportunities to make money on the back end. And that means they keep coming back again and again and again. You help somebody get a loan now, they're going to want money in the future as well. So we go to Regions Bank, for example, and I recommend to all of our clients, if you can get money from your bank once you're really well established, do it. And when we need more money, we go back to them again and again and again. And this is the same way a lot of our partners and a lot of our clients are. When they need money, they come back to us again and again and again. They get money to start the business. Then they need to grow and scale. Then they need to expand. And we help them go from startup loan to SBA loan 3-5 years down the road. They keep coming back again and again and again. It's easy for them. You're the source that they trust to be able to get money because they keep coming back and being able to get money again and again. And Dale says, Elwood, yeah, Elwood, Indiana, actually. It sounds like, I'm not sure where you are, but I'm a little northeast Indianapolis originally. Hey, fellow Hoosier here. We got somebody else from Facebook. It's like the Indiana crowd in here today. Port Charlotte, Florida is in the house. XSD Solutions LLC. Thanks for coming in. Darn it, I'm late. Thanks for coming in, Chuggies. I appreciate it, Steve. Riva says, smart daughter. Yeah, I am very blessed to have smart kids, but it's all in how you're raising, right? And time is money. It's what we've got to teach our kids for sure. So what does it take to become a business credit coach? Well, first of all, you got to find the right tools for success. So if you want to be a business credit coach, you've got to make sure you get legitimate training. Look, I see a lot of people. It's really interesting in my time in this industry because I literally came in and I couldn't find anybody. I was shocked. There was nobody on YouTube. There was nobody on social media. There was 1 or 2 companies back in the day, this was like, I don't know, 12 years ago, that were offering business credit. And I remember it. If you remember an old show called Extreme Home Makeover, one of the companies was like Extreme Credit Makeover was the name of them. Those companies aren't around now, but there was very little in the space. Now I see everybody on Instagram, on YouTube. Everybody wants to be a guru. But the problem is they don't have the knowledge or experience to do so. They're going, hey, I went and did this thing, and now I'm going to teach you how to do it. Well, you got to be careful with that because what we've learned in helping about 50,000 people through the space of being business loan brokers and offering business credit, in helping people build business credit, is that what works for one person isn't going to work for somebody else. If you're in the trucking business, then what works for you isn't going to work what works for accounting. If you're a startup, then what works for you isn't going to work for a business that's 5 years old. It's just different. So you got to really be able to get legitimate training, because all these overnight gurus in the space might have some experience with helping themselves build business credit. But the question is, how many people other than themselves have they helped do it? And almost any of them that I've ever found have helped maybe 5 people, 10 people, almost always less than 50 people. Almost never do you see somebody's helped even more than 100 people. So if you're looking for legitimate training, you work with somebody that's helped 50,000 people or 50 people. You see the difference in knowledge and experience in dealing with more scenarios. So you got to get legitimate training on how to do this the right way, so you can learn about the different types of financing to offer, and fundability, and setting up a business the right way, and the tiers of business credit building, and which sources somebody can get approved for in which stage of the process. You got to access that legitimate training in order to be successful. You also need to find lenders with flexible financing options. We need lenders that will do SBA loans for businesses that make millions of dollars. And we need lenders that will lend to a startup of somebody that's leaving Walmart to go start their own business selling apparel. So you need to have a wide range of business of lenders, not just that will help people in different stages of their business, but people that will help people that are in accountants, and also people that are in the marijuana business, right? There's so many different industries that out there that need help as well. Some people have good credit, some people have bad, some people have revenue, some people don't, some people have cash, have assets, some people don't. So there's all different types of financing for that. Credit Suite, we have over 1,000 different funding sources we're set up with, over 1,000, to give you an idea of how much access you need to financing to really be successful. You got to find lenders that are flexible. Why do we need access to 1,000 lenders? Simple. Because some will actually come in and do financing just based on money that's in a bank account. And they'll do that with some industries, but not others. So you got to get lenders that deal with all these different types of industries for that kind of product. Some people deliver what's called MCA, or merchant cash advances, right? Just give money based on people having consistent credit card sales. But some of them work for the pod industry. Some of them don't work for credit repair. Some of them don't work for if you're in the financial services industry or the transportation industry. So you got to find lenders that work with all these different industries, and lenders that offer all these different types of capital. So you've got to get access to the lenders that you're going to need to be able to offer financing to your customers, because they're not going to just want business credit. They're going to want financing as well. You're going to want software. You're going to want to manage your customers. You're going to want to make it easy for them to navigate through the steps of building business credit. You're going to want software that manages those customers. It's easy to use. Okay, that's the key to your clients having success and you having success. It's really hard business nowadays without having some kind of software that helps you manage your flows, manage your training, manage your sales team training as you expand, manage your track your commissions. So that's really crucial for you to be able to be successful. You're also going to need marketing assets. You're going to need flyers. You're going to need PowerPoints. You're going to need videos. Okay. One of the clients that I coach, this is the problem that he's had for 2 years. He just doesn't make the time to put together PowerPoint presentations to go live like this. And building a tribe like this is very important. It only happens if you can really create content, which isn't easy or cheap to do, right? PowerPoints, you need flyers, you need videos, you need webinars, you need all these different things, press releases and articles and free reports and guides and all those things to be successful, which cost a tremendous amount of time and money. The very first marketing flyer I ever paid for cost me $400. It looked phenomenal when it was done, but man, that's really expensive. And of course, nowadays, Vistaprint and so many sources have made it easier and cheaper than ever. But again, there's a lot of cost that goes into producing these. And you also need ongoing training. You need a community of people that you can actually work with or going through the same thing you are, and coaches that help answer questions along the way as well. You're also going to need ongoing training. Things change all the time. One of the biggest changes recently in our world is that WEX Fleet stopped offering no personal guarantee credit cards. That affected over 28 different kind of gas cards. You know how many gurus I see in the business credit space that are still talking about those same gas cards as being able to get without a guarantee? You can't. But they have to talk about that because they don't know that it even changed, and they don't know the other sources you can get now that those 28 aren't available. So you got to have ongoing training. You got to have people that have access to a data team that they know what's going on with all the sources of business credit. In 2018, they changed it where now you have to provide a social security number. It used to be that you tell people, hey, You don't even put a social on the app. That's how you build business credit. Now you have to, but only for guarantee purposes. And there's a way to do it where you can provide the social and not get the guarantee. You don't know that if you don't know those changes. Quill stopped working as a starter vendor. Then they came back. Then they went away. I still see people in forums talking about Quill being a great starter vendor to build business credit. It's not. It hasn't been in a while. So you don't want to disseminate bad information. One of the newest programs I've seen out there that's offered tout 6,000 vendors and lender sources, and it's literally our system 22 years ago we abandoned. Absolutely, I can't even make this stuff up. 22 years ago, they took our old tech and information and now they sell it to the public. It's absurd. It's never been updated. You can copy their vendors and paste them in Google. They don't even exist. The companies aren't even in business anymore, but people are looking for a cheap way to offer business credit. So they go buy this junk that literally hasn't been updated in over 20 years, and they're selling it to people. I mean, the lack of morality and ethics to even do something like that to me is mind blowing. But again, if you don't have ongoing training, you don't know about what's changed. And you have to know that, or otherwise you're disseminating bad information to the public. So a lot of things that you really need to make sure you're doing to be able to succeed. And Smart Daughter LLC, Steve, thanks for giving that shout out. And Nathan says, hey, happy ever after finance group LLC in San Antonio. I was stationed in San Antonio. Thanks for coming in. And Steve says, how much time does it take to get educated to be a business credit coach? And that's a really good question. So I think the answer, Steve, is it depends on whether you're doing the work or having it done for you. Okay. The reality is that if somebody's doing the coaching for you, then you don't have to worry about everything that's needed for you to be able to learn in order to be able to successfully coach. If you're doing the coaching directly yourself, then it's an ongoing battle where you're dedicating at least in the beginning 2-3 hours a day, depending on how quick you want to launch, and ongoing 1 or 2 hours a day just to keep up with what's going on, right? Wells Fargo canceled all of their credit lines and started to pull them back from businesses. Then they got so much feedback in consumers that then they rolled them back out, right? If you don't know that, you don't know that. Amazon rolled out multiple new products to help their resellers. There's brand new e-commerce solutions out there that handle people that have online stores or are selling on places like Amazon where they can get financing for 100% of their inventory. You just don't know this stuff unless you're constantly learning. And so it's either a matter of you're dedicating hours a day to learn it on your own, or you're working with somebody else that does that for you where you don't actually have to have that knowledge. So how do you get started? How do you do this? Well, first of all, sign up for the Business Loan Broker Challenge. I'm not selling you anything. It's 100% free. businessloanbrokerchallenge.com. If you look at businessloanbrokerchallenge.com, everything successfully launch as a business loan broker offering financing and business credit you're going to get. You're going to learn about business credit building, how to sell business credit. You're going to learn about all the different types of financing that are out there. Actual lenders who will approve you and set you up to be able to do loans through them will actually be there. You'll learn how to process deals. You'll learn how to sell affiliate commissions, how to market, how to grow the business, how to expand the business. You'll learn how to set up your business, your website, your branding, every single thing, soup to nuts you need, from the concept of offering business credit and financing all the way through to getting approved with lenders and doing it, and even getting your first deals during the challenge, all takes place 100% for free on September 26th. Monday through Friday, every day we go live for a couple hours. We have all these special guests that come on and teach you things. All the lenders will be there to teach you about their loan programs, how to qualify, how to get set up with them to offer loans. It literally is something that you'd spend 10 grand for. Actually, the only company out there that offers an actual course like this to do this is NACLB, and they charge about 25 to 50,000 just for you to go and sit with them and get the soup to nuts of launching the business. With us, you know me, okay, everybody knows I have a tendency to just give everything away for free. So 26th to the 30th, Business Loan Broker Challenge, everything you need to launch and succeed, you're able to get right there for 100% at no cost. If you're really wise, you probably once you register for free, want to just spend the 97 bucks for the VIP level. And the VIP level gives you backstage access to meet with every speaker, every lender. It also gives you access to the recordings as well, but it's 100% free to be part of the Business Loan Broker Challenge. You can register at businessloanbrokerchallenge.com. We've also got a guide that maps out a lot of what you need to offer business credit financing. It's 100% free as well. It's at creditsuite.com/broker, and it's everything you need to succeed as a loan broker. So these are free resources saving you thousands or $10,000, tens of thousands from paying a company. And if you got value from this training, make sure you go to creditsuite.com/toolbox. Again, am I crazy here? I just keep giving stuff away for free, but there's almost $400 worth of tools here that will help you get money for your business 100% for free. All you have to do is share our next live stream. And all the details of how to do that is at creditsuite.com/toolbox. So you can get your $400 or so worth of free stuff. And also, if you got value from this training, don't forget to give us a call. Well, actually, I want to talk about, again, here's that one slide, businessloanbrokerchallenge.com. So make sure you take a screenshot of that, 100% free. And you can also give us a call for a free finance assessment and partner assessment. We could talk to you more about everything you need to have everything done for you. All the coaching is done, the software, all the marketing resources, the assets you need to succeed. There's a turnkey way that all that's just ready to go. And if you want all of that all done for you, you want the free reports, the emails, the year's worth of email sequence. You want your own CRM with all the emails built out for you. You want videos, PowerPoints, webinars. You want to be able to earn money on commissions, offer business credit, get the training for you, get training for your sales team, get a back office to manage everything, have coaches do the work for you. You choose whether you want to sell, want us to sell, or we all sell together. All of those things are available through what we call our partner program. And if you're interested in just talking more about that and seeing a demo, then just give us a call at 877-600-2487 or email us info@creditsuite.com. And we'll get you a free demo where everything you need to succeed is just boom, handed to you. And all the work, like Steve said, what's involved with learning to coach? Hours a day. You don't have to spend the hours a day. It's already done for you. Experts that have already helped 10,000 plus clients are actually coming in and they're doing a lot of the coaching for you. So all you have to do to learn more about that is just give us a call at 877-600-2487. Okay, last week or so. And Chuggy says, hey, I've looked into financial coaching and would like to be a coach in the financial field industry. So is there different in becoming a business credit coach and a financial coach? Business loan broker? Well, there's a lot of different financials industry, and it's a great question. So we've got financial planners, we've got business loan brokers, we've got business credit coaches. There's just a lot of different industries. Here's one of the biggest breakdowns I find. Financial planners, everything in that industry, whether you're a certified financial planner and all these designations they have, it requires a lot of certifications and a lot of cost to be able to get certified. And you're very restrictive of what you can say, how you get customers, how you market. It's a very good long-term career if you're really good with math and financial type stuff. But it's definitely different than, being a loan broker. A loan broker is where you're helping people with loans, you're helping people with business credit. Very different than managing people's savings and managing people's investments. So really, those are the main two kind of sectors you find is the financial planner sector, where you're handling people's investments, and stocks and bonds and that stuff and advising them there. And then you got the business loan broker sector. And the loan broker sector is where you're helping people with business loans and business credit. So hopefully that provides some clarity on the actual differences there. Okay. And any other questions, Steve? You had to type something in there, but I can't see it. 100, 100's all over the board. I love that as well. Nathan says, when applying for a business checking bank account, do I put my personal address so the card can arrive straight to me, or the virtual address that I bought? It depends. Usually they have both. They have a mailing address of where you want your card, and they have the actual address that you have on file. You want your virtual address to actually be the one they have on file, because that goes into a system where all banks see that data and the credit bureaus see that data as well. So you want to give them the main address for the business, which is your virtual office address, but then you want to make sure that you give them a separate address. They'll oftentimes ask, hey, where do you want me to send your debit card? And you have to say, here's my actual mailing address or where I want that. And that's probably the best way to handle it, where you get your debit cards where you want to, but you still have the right address on file that you want to have on file. So also make sure you go to creditsuite.com at the top right of our page. Like and subscribe. It takes less than a minute to do so. And again, don't forget to go to businessloanbrokerchallenge.com to register for everything you need to know in 1 week to become a business loan broker and successfully offer business credit and financing as a service. Thank you very much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you on our next training where we talk about more cool ways to get money to be able to grow your business, as well as how you're actually able to make money helping other business owners do the same. And thank you very much, Crystal, for coming in as well, watching from Cindy, Ohio, but work Dearborn County, Indiana. All right, go Hoosiers. Everybody's in here from Indiana today. I'm so happy. Like all my fellow Hoosiers are all in the house. And by the way, I was stationed in Ohio. Everybody here is from everywhere I've lived. I've got Buckeyes in here. I lived in Ohio for a while. I had San Antonio, Texas in the house. I lived in San Antonio, was stationed down there for a while. Got a lot of Hoosiers in the house from Indiana. So thanks for coming in. And Chuggy says, still slightly confused. What's the difference between coaching, broker, advisor? Really no specific difference. It's all lingo used different way. Usually a broker is somebody that brokers loans. They work with lenders and they help somebody get loans. In our world, an advisor or a coach is pretty much the exact same. And an advisor and a coach is somebody that helps them through the process. So you don't want to ask that question because there's no definitive answer to your question. The reality is they're all terms that are different depending on how they're used. In my world, a loan broker is somebody that brokers loans. They're specifically out there dealing with lenders and dealing with customers and helping customers get financing from lenders. That's a broker. And coaching and advising is the same in our world. And this is helping the customer through the process of understanding the financing they can get, understanding how to build business credit, helping them through the business credit building process. So there is no definitive answer to this because it's subjective depending on who you're talking to. But in my world, advisor coach is the same thing. We apply that term to who helps our clients and your clients build business credit. And brokering is the process of really working with loans where you're actually helping direct clients to loans. But again, no really solid answer. It's the best answer I can give you. So make sure you register at businessloanbrokerchallenge.com, and I look forward